It's 12 o'clock, and you're watching KCCI Channel 8 Des Moines, Iowa's news leader. With Molly Cooney, Jason Hoffman, and meteorologist Mike Lozano. This is News Channel 8.
Pretty stout dogs, but they didn't seem vicious to me. At least they never bothered me. And
neighbors may be surprised, but police say two Rottweilers attacked a pair of twin baby boys inside this Des Moines home. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Jason has the day off. It is described as a horrible attack. Two Rottweilers actually tried to eat the infant children while they slept on the living room floor. News Channel 8's Brian Polson is live at Mercy Hospital, where the twins were first listed in critical condition. Brian, how are they doing now?
Well, their names, Brent and Brandon Hodges, the one-year-old boys, are apparently improving. They are now in serious condition, but they have bites all over their bodies. Now, it happened the night of July 4th on Arthur Street in Des Moines. The Hodges, the parents of these one-year-olds, were visiting friends when the twins got tired. The father laid his one-year-old children to sleep on some blankets on the living room floor. The dogs were locked in this enclosed back porch at the back of the house, but somehow the dogs got inside of the main part of the house and attacked the children.
When the parents found them, they were crying. Before that, they hadn't heard anything. They were sitting outside in lawn chairs on the front yards watching fireworks.
Now, the children had bites all over their bodies, everywhere except for their head, police say, and that may be one reason they're doing all right here. Again, they're in serious condition here at Mercy Hospital. Now, the dogs have been quarantined by Des Moines Animal Control. They are checking for any kinds of diseases or other problems which might be of concern to the doctors who are caring for the kids here.
All right, Brian, do we know, are police going to file any charges against the dog's owner?
It doesn't appear so at this point. Police Sergeant Bruce Elrod says the dogs were locked into that back porch, and it appears this was just a horrible accident. Now, I did talk on the telephone to Jeffrey Collins, who owns those Rottweiler dogs, and he also said he didn't want to say much on the telephone, but he said this is just a terrible accident, and they are hoping for the best for these kids. We certainly are, too, and we'll continue to follow the story. Thank you, Brian. Well, Des Moines police are searching for the city's latest murder suspect. 25-year-old Anthony Maurice Lavelle died early Sunday morning after someone shot him in the chest. Police say a group of about 50 to 100 people was gathered outside the late shift bar shortly after closing time. They were setting off fireworks when a fire broke out. Lavelle apparently walked outside right about that time, and someone fired a shot. Now, it's not clear if the shooting was accidental or if he was a target. If you have any information, you are asked to contact Des Moines Police. A familiar sound overnight, thunder accompanying another rainstorm making its way across Iowa. Ottumwa has been hit especially hard this time. Up to 2 inches of rain fell in that area, sending a number of creeks over their banks and into downtown. The Wapello County Sheriff's Department says some streets were under 2 feet of water this morning. Meanwhile, parts of western Iowa were recovering after receiving up to 4 inches of rain yesterday. Glenwood is one town fighting those floodwaters. These pictures come to us from our Western Iowa Live link. Overflowing creeks caused most of the flooding problems. Luckily, the high water receded after only a couple of hours. Well, cleanup from last Monday's storm continues throughout central Iowa today. Here in Des Moines, city officials have shut down the Storm 1998 Resource Center number. Anyone still needing assistance, though, should call the City of Des Moines Action Center. That number is 283-4500. The American Red Cross today opened a service center near downtown Des Moines. The center, located at the United Way campus at 1111 9th Street, allows volunteers to meet one-on-one with individuals and families about their storm-related needs. The Service Center at 1111 9th is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Red Cross says it will not be able to assist with food loss due to power outages. And Mike Lozano is back with us now to tell us what we can expect. Some of us got another storm this morning, and it missed some of the Des Moines area.
Well, you know, the thing is, got a call from Osceola near that area. They received 3.5 inches since 7 o'clock this morning. That was followed about 45 minutes later with another call saying that they had received an additional inch of precipitation. Heavy storm just hung over the area. Right now, we're looking at a series of storms on live Super Doppler radar hanging over essentially the same area. This is that cell that was over near the Osceola area, but let's concentrate on this area back over here toward the northwest. This is incoming precipitation. That's going to influence our forecast for later on this afternoon. We're looking for heavy thunderstorm activity, particularly north of Highway 30, but we're not immune to it here. Those thunderstorms just keep on churning down toward the south. They're weakening now, but they still contain a lot of heavy rain.
Well, we hope it ends soon.
I hope so.
All right, thanks, Mike. We'll have more on the weather in just a little bit. Well, what effect is all this rain having on the state's crops? We'll find out later today, and it will include the aftermath of the storm 1 week ago this afternoon. Last week's report showed the wet spring still was causing stress to the crops. But even so, 68% of the corn and 62% of soybeans were rated either good or excellent. Some 40,000 residents in Flagler County